born with a gift, or you go through, you spend 30 years as a Shaolin monk and you figure out how to do it the hard way. There are either easier ways, there are cheats, and some of the cheats that have been experimented with are things that have not fared well for those involved in the program, including children, and I'll talk about them. So how do we heighten intuition? Well, you do it through stress inoculation. You do it through triggering flight or fight or flight uh, biology systems in our body. Some of the most powerful things you can do is trigger that on. Like if it ain't broke, don't fix it, don't reinvent the wheel. The human mind and body is already something so spectacular we don't understand it. I don't know why it works, but if you can trigger flight or fight, all these things get activated, and intuition does. So stress inoculation is one. You got to hijack the amygdala and boom, you put someone there. You need to do that to heighten intuition while subduing intellect. How do you do that? You subdue the intellect by disassociation. So there are chemical ways to induce disassociation. There are more proactive ways that you could do yourself, like through meditation. But all in all, those are the two things you do to get into that state. Well, kids are naturally way more visceral in both of those things. They're naturally more intuitive, their intellect is lower. There is one more thing that you have to do to even enter that, and that deals with the other eye, instinct. So your instincts have to be satisfied at this time. So that just means you have to be comfortable. Can't be hungry, can't be horny, can't be tired, can't be worried about your survival. You can't be cold, you can't be hot. So all that has to be taken care of, so the limbic part of your brain is not like freaking out, while the prefrontal cortex, whatever part of the brain it is that's more responsible for the hardware that helps you connect to the consciousness internet is. So satisfy the instinct, heighten the intellect, or suppress the intellect, heighten the intuition, add back in the intellect at a high level, boom, you're in it. Now, there's another way that we do, and that's through hardware. So you could do software, chemical, drugs in order to get stress inoculation and disassociation, or you can do hardware. One of the guys on our team has made a breakthrough recently and uses a system which is basically a non-intrusive ultrasound system that can target the brain and induce, or at least take a lot of the edge and the struggle out of transitioning into that state. And so he's one of the guys that works in our new organization that is assisting us with reproducing and demonstrating all of this stuff that has gone on over the decades in the program that comes with all this baggage and secrecy and stuff. And we're trying to leave all that behind and do it now in this clean and free environment where we have autonomy as a private organization working in partnership with government organizations and educational institutions to put this out there once and for all. And in that effort, we feel this is a much more humane way, and everyone that works with us is doing so on a volunteer basis. But how the ultrasound works is it can get through the skull, and it can target parts of the brain to help you transition out of intellect and into your intuition.